got you, dude. Who are you?
Hey adrenaline junkies, welcome to Police Chase. Today we're kicking off a brand new series. When people messed with the wrong cops, where every dumb move instantly triggers justice mode. Alright, let's dive in.
My squad's out of mission.
On July 10th, 2026, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper attempted to stop a white Buick Encore on Interstate 95 in Broward County after spotting it speeding, following vehicles too closely, and making dangerous lane changes. Instead of stopping, the driver accelerated away, reaching more than 100 miles per hour through traffic.
He just signaled for, roll over.
Near Broward Boulevard, the pursuit suddenly turned chaotic. The Buick slammed into the rear of a Toyota Camry and flipped over, while the impact sent the Camry crashing into a Hyundai, an FHP patrol vehicle, and a tow truck at an unrelated crash scene. But even after the violent rollover, the driver wasn't finished. He climbed from the wreck and immediately tried to escape on foot. The trooper chased him down and quickly made the arrest. The driver, Markle Tabin Montgomery, had no valid Florida driver's license. Several people suffered serious injuries and required hospitalization. A reckless attempt to escape turned one traffic stop into a multi-vehicle disaster involving completely innocent people. For weeks, DeSoto County Sheriff's Office investigators probed the theft of a $98,000 Takuchi loader stolen along Highway 31. The case quickly expanded as the equipment was traced across county lines. Authorities in Highlands and Hendry counties issued a warrant for a black Dodge Ram hauling the loader. The truck later resurfaced in DeSoto County, prompting deputies to move in on June 9th, 2025.
Signal 4, rolling TMS.
Instead of stopping, driver Yam B. Pereira Nunes fled, sparking a high-speed chase on Highway 70. Now held by ICE, the 40-year-old faces fleeing and resisting charges in Highlands County.
Alright, 460 by the cross street.
On September 8th, 2025, an Ashtabula County deputy spotted a red motorcycle in Ashtabula, Ohio. The rider, later identified as 54-year-old Jerry Pegram, refused to stop and led deputies on a low-speed pursuit with minimal traffic. Additional ACSO deputies joined, along with an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper. During the 22-minute chase, Pegram was seen throwing items described as packages or baggies from the motorcycle.
Overdose down. Anderson. Continue east on Anderson. Big wreck, don't quit. No wreck, don't quit.
pursuit ended when Pegram crashed in Denmark Township and fled into nearby woods. After a struggle and an ineffective taser deployment, officers reported Pegram reaching for a handgun. Officers opened fire and Pegram was pronounced dead at the scene.
Everybody good? Everybody good? We're good. Everybody good?
On a late-night patrol in Georgia, a state trooper attempted to stop a Dodge Challenger Scat Pack, but the driver refused to cooperate and accelerated away, beginning a dangerous pursuit through the city.
To gray Charger and a white one, or excuse me, Challenger. Gray Challenger and a white Challenger. No 28 on either one of them. John Wesley Dobbs passing Ellis. Going to the interstate, going connector south. You can see car. Alright, yeah, they're trying to take I-20 together. Still coming up to I-20.
The powerful Challenger raced through traffic at high speed, changing lanes and trying to lose the patrol car. Troopers stayed close behind, waiting for the right opportunity to safely bring the chase to an end.
We've passed up University, next will be 166. They're both still running together, coming up to 166. Can I get there for 85?
That moment came when the suspect attempted a left turn. Without hesitation, the trooper executed a decisive pit maneuver, forcing the Challenger sideways. But the driver kept his foot on the accelerator, dragging the car across the pavement as the tires scraped against the road, creating thick clouds of smoke.
Pit. I'm trying to get him off the road, get him disabled, stand by. All right, stand by. Multiple pits and contacts. County units.
With nowhere left to escape, the suspect was quickly surrounded and taken into custody. The trooper's decisive pit ended the pursuit before it could reach busier streets, potentially preventing innocent motorists from being caught in the danger.
Pit. I'm trying to get him off the road, get him disabled, stand by.
Two suspects were caught stealing a vehicle and fleeing at high speed across multiple roadways, showing little regard for the safety of other motorists. Their reckless driving quickly drew the attention of law enforcement. Police responded swiftly, initiating a pursuit despite difficult traffic conditions. Officers coordinated closely as the suspects continued to accelerate in an effort to evade capture. The chase ended abruptly when the vehicle lost control, veered off the roadway, and slammed into a roadside barrier. The crash caused heavy damage, forcing the suspects to stop, and both were arrested at the scene without further incident.
truck. I got him.
Because normally when I ask people their social, that's when people stumble, and that's when I know they lied to me. Not saying you would lie to me, but.
At 2:50 p.m. on March 21st, 2022, Officer Greg Ramirez in Albuquerque received an emergency alert. Suspect Josh Hall had hijacked a prisoner transport vehicle from a McKinley County deputy at the Route 66 casino.
I'm going to take over as Hans, and another state police officer is in front of me, not sure who it is.
Hall drove recklessly, swerving through traffic and nearly running off the road. Attempts to deploy spike strips on Canonito School Road were redirected due to the suspect's high speed and difficult terrain.
617 vehicle stop.
The chase continued westbound onto Interstate 40, reaching speeds up to 105 miles per hour. New Mexico State Police Officer Joe Najara took the lead near exit 131. As Hall weaved dangerously between lanes and dodged spike strips, the risk to civilian traffic grew increasingly serious.
Just went off the dirt road.
The pursuit continued until the suspect reached New Mexico Highway 124, where a precise pit maneuver brought the vehicle to a stop.
Get out!
Josh Hall and the two inmates were taken into custody without further incident. The successful resolution of the chase highlighted not only the tactical skill and bravery of responding officers, but also the seamless coordination between multiple law enforcement agencies working together to protect the public. Fond du Lac County, Wisconsin, May 8th, 2026. Deputies received an alert for a stolen Illinois vehicle already linked to two recent pursuits that ended in escape.
1.3 and 6-4 coming up behind dead end.
Put your hands up! Turn the car off!
A Fond du Lac deputy located it on Interstate 41 and initiated a high-risk stop, briefly bringing it to a halt before the suspect suddenly fled again, sparking a pursuit into Winnebago County.
Yeah, come to down.
101, 1080, took off northbound. Left lane, traffic, medium. Road conditions are dry, no traffic. Heading east on Z Zebra right now.
The chase escalated at high speed as the suspect weaved through traffic, used the shoulder to pass vehicles, and attempted to evade officers before leaving the interstate and driving into a field near County Road Z and Clay Road. There, the situation turned violent as the suspect reversed and rammed a patrol unit during a pit attempt.
153, 1050, my squad's out of commission. .153, 1050, my squad's out of commission. Roll over, send EMS.
Moments later, another squad struck the vehicle, forcing it off the road into a ditch where it rolled and came to rest, ending the pursuit as the car caught fire.
Winnebago, they're requesting EMS to see.
Both occupants were arrested after exiting the disabled vehicle. The driver, Anthony Wells, and passenger, Crystal Olkaikas, now face multiple felony charges tied to reckless fleeing and drug offenses.
101 will take EMS up here. I don't know what the intersection is. We ended up ramming the vehicle. It rolled over in the ditch. 2 patients. By road.
Hi, copy. We advise Winnebago they are sending EMS to Z and Claire.
Copy, 2 patients.
Copy, 95 was a male.
Check where they would like your unit.
On the ground.
Shenandoah, Texas. Police are searching for 3 suspects after an organized burglary at a Home Depot store Wednesday afternoon, where about $5,000 worth of merchandise was loaded into 2 getaway vehicles in the 19100 area around 3:45 p.m. Employees immediately alerted police after witnessing the theft in progress, prompting a swift response from Shenandoah officers.
Yeah, we got 2 pursuits going on. I'm chasing one northbound down Dave Memorial.
Checking those pictures are on Monday.
All good, and I got 2 vehicles.
When officers arrived, chaos erupted in the parking lot. 2 getaway vehicles collided while fleeing, and a black Dodge Charger rammed a patrol car before speeding away.
4968. Pulled in behind Sam. Plays with myself and 11 out of 2. Front of Spring Creek. Red shirt, white shirt, 2 barbells. Running towards Home Depot.
The pursuit split in multiple directions as suspects fled, some on foot into nearby woods, while the Charger continued down local roads, eventually breaking down after a tire blew out from hitting a curb. 2 suspects were later arrested after a short chase and charged with aggravated theft and evading arrest.
Henry Victor X-ray 4968. Right 13, got 2 bullets. Eastbound Canada.
Running eastbound Canada. I have a vehicle going northbound 45.
What? Well, coming out of the Nichols is on 45.
Yes, that's clear.
Right, still get on the freeway.
That's clear. Northbound main lane. Squad 2 on foot.
The second getaway vehicle, a white Toyota, escaped and was later found abandoned near a construction site. Despite a large-scale search involving K-9 units and aircraft, 3 suspects remain at large, while all stolen goods have been recovered.
2010 behind the vehicle. Here's the mail.
Fort Smith, Arkansas. A routine traffic stop ended in tragedy when an officer spotted a dark red sports motorcycle on Interstate 540 with a broken taillight and no turn signals as it turned onto Grand Avenue.
Fortune, what was that 28 I gave you?
397 Tom out of Henry.
That's a 28, 1011.
The driver sped off without hearing the officer's command, traveling at 66 miles per hour on streets within a 35 miles per hour speed limit zone.
10 Fort Smith.
Seconds later, the motorcycle hurtled toward the intersection of Grand Avenue and Waldron Road, dangerously weaving between two other vehicles before running a red light at top speed. At the same time, an SUV driven by Gid and Ann Harris entered the intersection on green light. The sports motorcycle crashed violently into the SUV after the rider appeared to intentionally crash just before the collision.
Negative Fort Smith, he's hit. I believe he's already 10-7.
10-4, copy, Waldron and Grand, we're public service EMS.
Officers rushed to the fallen rider, later identified as James Degnan, but his injuries were too severe. Despite immediate calls for emergency assistance, police found no pulse and Degnan was pronounced dead at the scene.
I don't have a pulse.
I went to the county, but I got EMS around as well.
What, is this you? Are you okay?
10-4, we were told no injuries.
Are you driver? Okay. I'll get somebody over here for you. You want to sit down? Okay. I said pulse. I didn't get anything. There's a huge puddle of blood, man. I turned him over, felt pulse. I didn't feel anything.
Investigators later discovered that he was driving with a suspended license, using fake license plates, and had multiple pending misdemeanor arrest warrants.
Good call.
What?
Good call.
Yes, 92M. Black BMW.
Little Rock, Arkansas. A routine speed check on the highway turned into a dangerous chase through the city of Little Rock. Sergeant Freeman spotted a black BMW speeding over 90 miles per hour before attempting to pull over near the Cantrell exit. The driver paused briefly at the traffic light, but as officers approached, the BMW suddenly accelerated and sped through city streets at nearly 100 miles per hour. The driver repeatedly braked sharply in front of the patrol car while recklessly weaving through traffic as officers searched for a safe opportunity to end the pursuit. Near Wendy Lane and Hinson Street, Freeman executed a pit maneuver, causing the BMW to turn sideways and halt the chase before it reached a busy intersection.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands, motherfucker!
The driver, later identified as J. Frederick Braswell, grabbed a backpack and fled on foot into a nearby house before residents pointed him to where he was hiding. Police recovered nearly 9.5 ounces of marijuana, Xanax pills, cash, an electronic scale, and a loaded Glock 29 pistol with an extended magazine from the backpack. Braswell was arrested on multiple criminal charges, ending the pursuit with a long list of felony charges awaiting him at Pulaski County Jail. Miami. On the night of May 2nd, 2024, a routine patrol turned chaotic when officers spotted a white Nissan Altima acting suspiciously. As lights came on, the driver sped off, igniting a fast chase through narrow residential streets. The Altima surged ahead, swerving and even jumping onto sidewalks to stay clear. Over the radio, units tracked every move as the driver pushed through the maze, refusing to yield. Then things took a turn. While attempting to turn onto a fenced driveway, the driver was speeding and crashed into the wire mesh fence, but continued on. Seconds later, officers performed a pit maneuver, crushing the front of the car and causing extensive damage, with smoke billowing as the vehicle finally stalled. Patrol cars swarmed, locking down the scene. A K-9 unit arrived, barking through the tension. With doors jammed, officers smashed windows, pulled out 2 suspects, a man and a woman, and restrained them after resistance. The chase ended there, controlled. Officers were unharmed, and the suspects now face serious charges tied to fleeing and the crash. Trousdale County. On September 3rd, 2025, at approximately 2 p.m., a chase crossed county lines when deputy sheriffs responded to a scene on East Highway 25 after the Smith County Sheriff's Office reported pursuing a black Mustang with Kentucky license plates.
A14 Horseful, he's taking off. He's right there at 810.
The Mustang sped forward. At Laddie Reese Road, a deputy deployed a barrier, but the driver swerved toward him and accelerated, creating a dangerous situation. As the risk increased, another deputy moved in and executed a precise stop, halting the chase before it could escalate further.
I pinned him, I got him stopped. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Stop it right there! Get stopped! Turn it off! I got him! You keep your hands right there while I see him! Alright! Yes, you stay right there till we get out!
The vehicle came to a sudden stop. The driver was pulled out, arrested, and taken into custody. Charges were quickly filed: assaulting a police officer, evading arrest, reckless driving, improper overtaking, no vehicle registration, and no insurance. The Mustang was confiscated and other charges are pending, ending the chase and turning into a confrontation in seconds. In Little Rock, Arkansas, Highland police stopped a white Ford Focus driven by 23-year-old Tavian Marco Offord. After a brief, routine interaction, Offord suddenly sped away, leading to a chase as officers returned to their patrol car and pursued him.
Roger, Bay SSC3 out of 36, 1037, South Spring, Westport. Speeds are currently about 60.
The suspect drove recklessly through city streets, running red lights, driving against traffic, and swerving at high speed before driving onto a bridge. There, officers performed a pit maneuver, causing the car to spin, crash into the median, and flip over, lying upside down with smoke billowing from its body. Offord and a female passenger crawled out and were immediately arrested. Offord, who appeared agitated, is now facing multiple charges including fleeing the scene, reckless driving, driving with a suspended license, driving without insurance, and other traffic violations. Fortunately, the suspect and the passenger were not seriously injured despite the vehicle overturning.
There's one LRP using for pursuit. That's 1041 on foot, LRP using for pursuit. What direction? Look like I'm 36 years, man, 1019. Yeah, well, I'm confused with that at least for, I don't know what their target is. We're on your day, that's 1064 at 11:29 p.m.
On August 7th, 2024, around 11:43 a.m., troopers on I-10 in Gadsden County spotted a gray Dodge Charger traveling 82 miles per hour. When emergency lights were activated, the driver briefly slowed, then suddenly accelerated, igniting a dangerous high-speed pursuit.
Stop.
The Charger quickly exceeded 120 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and even steering toward the patrol unit near mile marker 168.
173 eastbound. Stop. Go back. Bridge area.
Target 1033 Dashcam. 133 eastbound. 86. I say you're the 171 westbound. westbound, 10-1, westbound, 1 taxi. Are you alive? Units are obeying, get the county units around them for 180. Access over here,
Troopers executed a precise pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin across the roadway and come to a controlled stop.
Cover copy, ratio about 158. Cover copy, ratio about 158.
Driver Steve Manuel Jr. fled on foot but was located hours later near Flat Creek Family Campground. Severely dehydrated, he received medical care before being booked into jail on multiple serious charges.
Hop out for me, brother, okay? Yeah, y'all stay right there for me, okay?
He faces multiple serious charges, including fleeing and eluding law enforcement, failure to obey lawful commands, and additional violations related to controlled substances and child safety laws under Florida statutes.
You don't have any idea why that guy was running?